Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Not That Complicated. It's Tasia.
Jametra.
And Morgan.
Yes. Welcome back. So, today we are going to be talking about falling in love with yourself. Because who doesn't like talking about that? Who doesn't like talking about themselves? Who doesn't like rediscovering themselves? All that good stuff, but we're not going to be shallow about it. We're going to actually discuss these things. Well, maybe Jametra's going to be shallow because she still feels like she's going to be shallow.
Yeah,
but
that's her thing.
If you're new to the show, we like to start off each of our episodes with the lows and the highs of the week. So we start off with the lows. Who would like to go first with their low of the week?
With the lows? I can think of mine real quick. Last Friday, I was in a team building I don't even know what to call it because it was online, but it was supposed to be some kind of team building exercise. And when I say I have never wasted 4 hours in the worst way, it was 4 hours long. Oof. It got so bad to the point that I started putting tequila in my coffee cup because I said, I cannot.
That bad?
That bad. That it was from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. I have never in my life wasted that much time doing, and I can't tell you what we talked about. I can't name you.
Like those work meetings just be
a drag. I feel like this
unnecessary and mostly unnecessary. Like it could have been an email,
We're supposed to be building it was team building something.
Those things are meant for in-person. It's like a team building seminar, workshop.
We're not building a team on Zoom.
Really do that via Zoom. Yeah. I don't want to hear this man talk on and on and on and on. Do icebreakers the whole time.
People were contributing some, but I'm just like, why are we doing this? It was just what is the point of this? That was my love.
Cut the cameras.
Literally. Can we go do something else?
Oh my goodness. Morgan?
My low of the week. I think it's just like everything I have to get done, everything I'm going on. But it'll get better for sure. But it's grind season, guys. It may not seem that way. It's grind season, okay? Period. Tasia, what about you? What is your low?
Oh, thanks for asking. That was so nice of you. Really appreciate it. I would say my low of the week was these people not these people. It was one particular person that was kind of getting on my nerves at work. And I was having a good week. It was towards the end. Like we had these weekly meetings and I run them. And she wanted to come messaging me, talk about can I get this report? Blah, blah. First of all, lady, who are you? She asked me for it another time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then she asked me this time, can I get this report? Because I like to know, blah, blah, blah. She's doing all this spiel. She's like, yeah, I would like to be added to the distribution list. Well, sweetie, there is no distribution list because we keep this. We only send them upon request, and you get it on my nerves, and you're not going to get it at all. Then she's like, can you also add blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, I don't want to add other people. No. Leave me alone. Yeah. I was just like, fine. It was like right towards the end of the day. So she was like, really? Like, I was like, it's Friday, and you just really, really pushing it. Really
pushing I'm good for logging out because I feel like,
well, I mean, it wasn't time for me to log out, but it was like that hour leading into it. So like took that last hour.
So the last hour of work,
I'd be chilling. I'd be, kick back. Exactly. I'm like, it's a Friday. Ain't nobody really gonna be messaging me. And here she'd come with this mess. I was like, well, the report's not even generated today, so you're gonna have to wait until Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I feel like Fridays aren't the day for all that. Like, if you don't come to me like Thursday or before, then you got to keep that until Monday. I'm sorry.
Like. No. I was like, okay, girl, whatever. She got her little report today, so.
Keep that negative energy over there.
Exactly. Yeah. Right, so, positives of the week.
You can start. We can go back in reverse.
Positive was that, honestly, I didn't even write a positive down. I'm trying to, replay my week? What was positive? What was? It was National Tequila Day on Friday. That's always a positive. Because if you know me, you know I love tequila. Tequila is the best alcohol liquor out there.
It's not.
It truly is. Everybody with taste loves them some tequila. So, love that it was a national holiday. We all should have been off. National holiday. I petition for that. National Tequila Day and National Margarita Day. Everyone should be off. Those are genuinely national holidays that people care about. That other stuff, not really. I don't care about George Washington's birthday. Really do not care.
We have off on that day?
President's Day. Who cares?
Oh, I'm not off on President's Day.
Who cares about that guy? Not me.
Points were made. I think my high was just getting everything done that I needed to get done. And, it's just good at the end of the week when you checked everything off of your list and you've done it successfully. That's really just, these days, that's all I'm looking forward to, is the end of the week and everything being checked off, because, things are just that hectic. So it's just every day Morgan is just checked off. All right, let's get back to it early in the morning. Okay, cool. So that's really my highs right now. Just everything being done that needs to be done.
That's good. We love a productive queen.
Even if it's at the crack of dawn, it don't matter. It got done.
Exactly.
Because team no sleep, but
Yeah, you don't sleep.
Don't.
You
don't. Yeah, I'm already sleepy. It's only, what time is it? 6:30.
6:30.
I'm like, whoosh, they're cutting into my time to go take my shower and get in the bed. I'm supposed to get in the bed by 7:30.
It's literally still daylight.
I'm not asleep at 7:30, but I'm just prepared to go to sleep at 7:30.
You go to sleep before most kids.
Right?
Didn't you just hear me say
you get prepared for sleep before most kids?
Okay, well, I can't really drag you because my routine when I went into the office every day was come home, the very first thing I do, take a shower, and then I get in my bed and start my wind. I start my wind down, which starts with my YouTube videos for the day, and then we dabble in. Then we get to Instagram, then we get to Twitter, then we just start josing all.
Yeah, I play catch up with my social media. Yeah. I do get in the shower, but I be in the living room chilling, and I watch everything on the TV. And I'd be able to scroll on my phone.
Nobody sits in our living room.
Yeah,
No, I like to separate the two. I guess it's different because I have my own apartment, so that's probably that might be.
But even when I did, I was never in my living. I was never in my.
Well, you didn't like your roommates.
No, but remember there was a period of time where I had the whole apartment to myself, and I was never out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless my boyfriend was out there playing the game, I might come say hey for 10 minutes, but I'm going back to my room. I'm sorry.
I guess I kind of like to have the separation. My room is for literally me sleeping, straight up relaxation. Living room.
You also don't have a TV in your room.
Yeah, I purposely did that because I didn't want to be lounging in the bed watching TV. Next thing you know, I'm in the bed for 5 hours strictly watching TV. I can't be that lazy.
But what's the difference from being in the bed and being on the couch watching TV?
Because I know if I'm in the bed, I'll stay in my pajamas. I'll just sit there. I'll bring all my food in my bed. I'll get up, use the bathroom, chill in bed. But if I'm on the couch, it forces me to get out of the bed. I'll come in, get ready for the day. I'll do all of regular things as if I was doing something for the day. Probably even change out of my PJs, go into the living room, chill out, watch some TV. Yeah, sometimes I might fall asleep, but it don't be for long periods of time.
The most I'm gonna do, I make my bed every day, so I'm not just laying in the bed under the covers. I'm mostly sitting crisscross applesauce, watching TV or on my computer. I'm not laying down necessarily because I don't want to. I don't want to mess my bed up, but I'm definitely in my room. What's the point of I'm not sitting on the couch. And it's cold out there. No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
My room is always my favorite place wherever I am. So that's where I always want to be. My room.
Okay, let me get into my high. My high is I finally did my nails. I got my long nails back. These are the best thing that ever happened to me. And I also, I said this last week. I did my hair last week. But I just feel like a whole brand new person because I got my hair all the way down to my ass and then my back to my long nails like I like them. And I'm like, and I just be in the in our meetings like this. I be like this in our meetings. I be like, whew.
I feel like one of them little girls when they first get their nails done. Like that video with I Am Zoe.
I don't think I heard you.
She was like, oh,
okay.
cute. Yes. You said my nails were cute. Thank you.
Yes. And
just typing stuff on your keyboard for no reason, just because you want to hear the click clack. Like,
yes.
She's childish.
I understand. When I get my nails back on next month, that's gonna be. It's okay. It's just me, but like when I had to take my nails off, like due to quarantine, like I couldn't type that well on my phone. Like
it was your fingers were used.
It was weird to me. I was just like,
because your fingers are used to overcompensating or altering the way it types because the nails are in the way.
Yeah.
So then when you're using all of your fingertips, it's weird. At first, I was like over here misspelling stuff. I was like, what in the world?
With stuff. Like, couldn't do simple messages. Like, I would have to keep retyping.
Yeah, I was like, this is for birds. Talk to text. No, I'm kidding. I would never talk to text. I'm not a girl.
Oh, I was going to say, are you 65?
Siri, text my... Ooh, whoops, she went off.
Whoa.
Are you 65? No. I don't know. I tried to have short nails. So at first in the beginning of quarantine, I took my nails off because I was like, I'm not going to just be doing them every 2 weeks because I do my own nails. I was like, I'm not going to just be doing them every 2 weeks just because there's no reason. And so I took them all off and I just let my nails grow out because they were pretty damaged underneath because I wasn't taking care of them. And then I was like, all right, let's put some short nails on. That didn't last.
I can do short nails. I think I just love having the acrylic on there. And I haven't gone, even though like I could have nails on right now, I just feel like if I put on my nails, then I will have to go to the nail salon every other week. But we're in quarantine, so I'm like, So I just get a gel manicure because it's like, this can, if it messes up, it's like, oh, okay, like whatever. But it's not like acrylic rising on my nails. That looks atrocious. So
your hair getting stuck in.
I'm gonna do like 2 sets next month, like 2 good, real cute design sets, and then I'm gonna go back to my gel manicures. I just need to tap in, like Sweetie said. I just need to tap in for like a month, and then I'm gonna come right back.
Tap back out.
Yeah.
Okay. Tag team. All right. So also after that, we go into pop culture, current events. Anybody have anything they would like to, spark up, talk about?
I can't even get on Instagram to go see what's going
on. Oh, yeah,
today.
she is going. Oh, sorry. How rude of us. She's going on a social media fast. So Miss Ma'am will not be partaking in this week's segment.
I'm trying to think, is there anything from last week I can remember?
I don't remember anything. What's the only thing that happened? What we were just talking about? Oh my God, that girl! The funny thing, that girl Ruby Rose put in this is my
her
boyfriend.
Claiming DDG and then him being
that
like,
who is he?
Crickets.
He's like a YouTuber.
Man? Oh
yeah. Okay. Did you ever watch Kennedy Simone on YouTube?
Oh, that's the guy that was like, okay, yeah,
yeah.
That was embarrassing.
I do not feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for her.
Babe,
like, I'm sorry, if I was him, I would have done the exact same thing because whoa, you were not about to be claiming me on social media like that.
No. Why did he have to do that? He didn't have to.
Because don't be out here saying babe this, babe that.
If a guy got on Instagram and said I was his girlfriend, I will post a story real quick. I'm single.
Yes. Just
don't believe that.
I'm single. Don't know this man.
Y'all are going to jail.
Until I see "Will you be my girlfriend" spelled out in chocolate sauce on a plate, we're not together.
Seriously, so don't be out here acting like
you want the chocolate sauce.
I'm being dramatic. I don't even really do like that. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Like I need to see like a ribbon in the sky, something. Yeah. A nice little. Send me a telegram. I don't know.
I wish a nigga would try something like that.
Yeah,
hell no. So I did not feel bad for her. I was like, well.
Other than that, we just vibing.
People don't even gotta know about you.
Right. The only other thing I saw when people were on Twitter were like going back and forth. I'm gonna say this was a fake video, and it was when that the boy was in the car and his mom was in the front seat, and then the wife was like, "How's she sitting in the front of the car that I drive in? I mean, that I paid for, or something like that." And they were all under a who should come first, the wife or the mom? And then the people in the comments like went into a whole, oh, you can tell that it's not about the front seat, it's about the mom being disrespectful and the the son never taking up for the mom. So my thing, I just wanted to know that question. Have y'all ever not liked somebody's mom? Like their mom, or have you ever felt like their mom was too involved, had too much to say?
I've never been in a relationship with someone who was like so enamored in whatever their mom had to say, like a true mama's boy. But there have been moms that I was just like,
you did
like,
not
okay,
like that lady.
I feel like because I've had experiences where like me and the mom like really got along and like we would talk like without him even being around, as compared to I see you when I see you, I'm gonna be respectful, but it's nothing.
You're a bad mom.
It's nothing more than a hey miss so and so. All right, see you later. Like, and sometimes they turn on you, because I've had that too. Like in the beginning, we were all cool. She would be texting me looking for her son, and then I don't know. Like she got upset because he would spend a lot of time with me because I wasn't in the city she was in, and he would have to come to where I was to spend time with me. So she,
that would aggravate me.
She got a little upset in the middle of the relationship, and she just changed.
Doing too much.
Yeah.
I did actually see somebody ask like, who should come first? And they had like a list. It was like wife, children, mother, other. I don't even know what the hell.
Well, the wife should always come first.
So yeah, I thought that was like I can see why people say kids, but I feel like if we're in the aspect of what that question is framed around, it's of a nuclear family, then your spouse should come first, because when your spouse is taken care of, then everything else will fall into place as it should. Yeah. Like everything will be fine. When you put something else above the spouse, that's when things go to crumble. But according to that video, I think that's really, really petty. It's a fucking car seat. Like it's literally sitting in the front or in the back. All the times that I've ridden with like a boyfriend's parent, I'm like, oh, you can sit in the front. And like they've done the same thing. Like if my mom's right, and they'll be like, oh, you can sit in front. And then 9 times out of 10, a lot of the time, the parent will be like, oh, no, it's fine. You can sit in the front. And then
actually, funnily, like sometimes if like the mom is driving, she will tell, like I've been in situations where she'll tell my boyfriend get in the back, and then she'll tell me to be in the front with her, and I'm like, okay.
Say the boyfriend was driving. And
yeah, for sure. I would automatically go to the back.
And I'll be like, oh yeah, you can sit. And she'll be like, oh no, and then I'll move because she says like, oh no, you can sit in the front, like it's no big deal. Like,
but as a wife,
does that change? Yeah, that was like, does it change when you already got beef with the mama? Not okay. Let's not say beef, but y'all ain't cool like that. Well, in that case, I think they had beef already. I'm gonna say that's what that scenario was. But you already got beef with them. I don't know about them.
Okay, well,
I already got beef with the mama, and it's your car.
Yeah, if I have
it wasn't the boyfriend's car.
If I have tension with your mother and we're married and this is my car,
why is she even in here the car? Why she didn't drive her own car? I feel like if we already have
tension,
ever
find myself in the situation, then no, I'm not sitting in the back seat of the car that I'm in. I don't care.
I don't know, maybe because I don't think it's that serious, and I can't really put myself in the situation of me being in a bad relationship with the mom. But I'm just like,
it might not even be like something like
who cares? Get in the car.
Maybe y'all are just having some tension for that moment. But even then, it's kind of just like.
But it's still a seat. You're all getting to the same destination. That's why I say I feel like it's hard because I've never have been in that situation. So I could be speaking of like, it's just a seat. But when I'm really in the situation, I'm like, hell no, you and your mama can walk.
I've been with somebody who is a true mama's boy. That was the worst thing that is the worst thing that ever happened to my life. And now that's a deal breaker for me. That is a deal breaker. I'm like, oh my god, can you go get a man or something? Go do something.
No, seriously, because you'll never really be seeing hard up mama's boys with a mom that got a man.
Yeah,
You really don't be seeing that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Like
I don't think so.
they tied to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like y'all need a healthy relationship because this right here, this ain't it.
Not
But
healthy.
there is a pop culture thing that I do remember, and it is Meek Mill taking to his social media to formally announce being single from a woman who just gave birth to his child.
He is a woman.
That irritated my whole soul. I kid you not.
Yes.
He's a girl.
That made me very upset.
But did he I don't know this woman. I didn't even know he was with somebody. Did he announce that they were together?
I knew he was with her. I didn't know if it was his kid, and then I didn't know, like, I couldn't, I don't know, whatever.
Apparently he wasn't claiming her the entire pregnancy. He kept saying like, oh, this is just my friend. And a lot of people that were that kept up with it, they're like, nigga, why you not saying nothing about Milano pregnant? You over here just brushing her off. And he, oh, that's just my friend, we homies. And then it finally announced that he was like, oh yeah, we're having a baby. Everybody's like, you were denying her. You were denying her for months.
Yeah, no.
Denying her for
months. But her clapback was,
I didn't even see she said something.
What she said?
She basically was like, so she did like an Instagram post, and it was like 3 different slides. And the first one was like, I usually don't talk about my personal business. Next slide. But I just feel like the people who murdered Breonna Taylor should go to jail or whatever. And then it was like, it was that pretty much.
That was
like
justice.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like, I never addressed my private.
So basically, like,
she was just like,
we have bigger
joke.
fish to fry.
Mm-hmm. He's a little girl. Like, there's this video that's like that I saw. It's like this girl is like, when I see men arguing like girls, I just be like, is you a boy or is you a girl? Cause you acting like a girl.
And then he tried to clean it up by saying like, oh, I'm just saying this just in case, like, so people don't think I'm like moving weird or whatever. But in my
so that means he's gonna be out here with these bitches or something, and people probably gonna be like, what happened?
I feel like you wait.
Who is checking for him?
Don't just like come out the gate with that. Like, okay, if somebody come at you, then you can address
it.
But
yeah,
like,
you don't
just feel like, let me get on my soapbox and let the whole world know.
Yeah,
I'm single
rude.
now. Trash.
That's
Trashiana.
Y'all see the picture where he had that gun in between his booty cheeks?
No, I was thinking of him having the French fries.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Nobody wants this knock need, okay?
Yes. When he had his wet, soggy French fries in the book, first of all. Why were you eating
Why
those?
did you take this? Why did you take this picture, Mikiana? I just want to know. Why?
Yeah,
That was just a mess. I didn't appreciate that.
He is a girl. I'm convinced. He be on Twitter too much, like a little girl. And I just like, for the past like couple of months, I've just been irritated. Whenever I see a tweet of his come up, I just be like, they should just kept you in jail if you was going to do all this.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
You're going to be doing all of this. You should have just stayed where you was at and regrouped. Because something is going on internally. You got a lot going on. You need to fix it because you're doing a lot of Twitter fingers that you so hard called Drake out for.
Oh, child.
But
I'm surprised he didn't say nothing. Oh, or did he when Kanye accused him of cheating with Kim?
I don't know.
He probably ain't say nothing. He don't say nothing.
I think he said something like, I don't have
he
no
don't say nothing to. He only be in women's business.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want business. I was like, I couldn't think of an example, so I didn't want to say it. But I was like, I don't think he ever addresses men besides Drake. Drake was a bitch, but just men in general.
I don't think he really addresses men because he be in women's business. Like, let it go.
You need to stay out of women's business.
You need to stop acting like a damn bitch. Huh?
Where's the Dini?
It's the way everything stops in the room. Huh?
Like, excuse me? Huh? What was said? What was said? I'm gonna say my pop culture. Dang, what did I do? I scrolled up too far. Oh, but basically my little thing is Lil Will. I'm going to need Mr. Lil Will to just get off the internet telling people that you went to Magic City for some wings.
Oh, wait.
And clapping back at people because people are saying that you're stupid for doing that.
Wait, Lil Will. That's Super Scent, dude?
No.
I forgot about Mr. Lil
me too.
Catfish.
I forgot about him.
I was Lil Will is the basketball player.
Oh, okay.
So just if no one's familiar with the background, Mr. Will, he left the NBA bubble in Orlando. He had a funeral to attend. After the funeral, he decided, oh my gosh, so hungry. I should probably go to my favorite restaurant and get some wings. What's the favorite restaurant, you may ask? He decides to go to Magic City to eat wings. Now, I don't know if they were doing takeout, carry out. I don't really know how that works during this whole pandemic, but I would like to assume possibly not, but I'm not going to speak to that. I just feel something in my spirit is telling me that I don't think that they were doing that. So that means he went into the establishment knowing that he had to go back to this said NBA bubble in which the bubble is created, therefore players are not exposed to coronavirus, COVID-19. So he thought it was smart to intentionally expose himself in a place like a strip club that is very close quarters. All the strip clubs I've seen, I've never been to one personally, but all the strip clubs I've seen on TV, they're all very hot. So it leads me to believe that there's not central AC. So there's just a lot of body moving, it's a lot of sweat, and this is transferred from droplets. So there's a lot of droplets flying around. And it's just like, how stupid could you be? And then he want to get on Twitter mad at everybody because they're like, how stupid could you be? How dumb? Is you dumb to dumb 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 to dumb dumb? Like, he has to be, because who does that? Who does that? Talk to myself, well, I'm back now and I'm in quarantine. That's besides the point. No. That is besides the point. Saying I tested negative. But yeah, you might have tested negative, but were you even quarantining yourself after you were taking those tests? If not, doesn't even matter. That's just my thing. Stop being stupid.
And FYI, we were talking about this off the podcast, but you can get same day results. That's in Atlanta, at least. That's possible.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. I don't know if he got it, but I was just saying in general, because we had already been talking about it. I looked it up because I was like, I would only want to get tested just to see, but I don't want to get that thing up my nose.
So. Yeah, my mom didn't have to. When she got a test, she didn't have to. She didn't have to get up her nose. My brother did, but she didn't have to. She got a different type. Maybe the antibodies. I don't really know. But yeah, that was my spiel. So, I just realized we ain't done speed swapping, so I'm assuming Miss Jametra up there, she done talked to me. Because she told us that she was going to come back the next week and tell us all these great things. And we ain't heard from her. I tried to give her, tried to cut her some slack and let her be the lead on this. But obviously, that ain't going to work.
The first time we missed it, I was like, oh, thank the Lord. Because I was ready to have anything prepared.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Hallelujah.
Have you not talked to anybody?
I've talked to... No, that's not true. Thanks for speaking for me. It's not true. I've talked to people, but it was probably like I talked for a max 3, maybe 4 days. And then I was like, well, you ain't talking about nothing for real. Like, it was just a boring conversation to be in. And so I just left it. And then I haven't been on there swiping. I haven't been in like probably 2 weeks.
Gotcha. Well, at least we know that you're probably done. You're done dating for now. Later. Yeah, we'll try maybe a couple months from now when you feel like you're back, when you genuinely are ready, because you lied to us. She had this whole spiel for us, like, I'm so ready. I just really want to get out there,
Go back to that episode, guys, so you can get
things open back up. I'll be out there. I'll be stepping on the scene. I'll be,
But then my life changed, and I got other stuff to do. Now.
That's fine. I'm just saying, don't try to run us that same spiel in a couple months. We need a new one. We need something new. we need to know that you're serious, because you had us fooled the first time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay. But yes, let's get into our topic. Why did I just get a sugar daddy DM?
Hate that. Hate that.
I only hate it because they're not real.
If anything, I would want
Excuse
like a
me?
glucose guardian, not necessarily a sugar daddy.
It's an Instagram request, DM request. And he
Sugar daddies want
said,
sugar.
dang, hello, gorgeous.
Not all of them.
What do you feel about having a sugar daddy that'll take care of you? Show you 2 hearts. Text me on blank if you're interested. It's an online relationship only. No meeting, no hookups, and no sex. And I'm ready to pay you monthly allowance of $300. What the
$300.
$300.
It's $300.
That one might be real. That might be real.
It's cheap.
Because normally they be saying like these big ass numbers. That's like you be like, who the hell is gonna decline this, right? But that might be real.
$300 hairs.
That doesn't even change your quality of life.
It doesn't.
Why would I?
Hell, why would I be your texting buddy?
For $300.
I don't want to. I don't
That's
care.
only one text a week. Like
literally, that means I'm only talking to you once a week for like maybe 2 hour stops.
He's cheap.
Not even. That's not even from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep rate.
No.
That is literally for 2 hours. Just are you getting bed? Now where's my
2 hours a month. So
$600?
spread it and allocate it how you want, but you get 2 hours a month. So
He tried it. Okay, so like I said, the topic for today's episode is beauty of falling in love with yourself. And I didn't go hold y'all. I did not prepare any questions. I thought I did, so I kept telling myself that I did. My bad. I really thought I did one day, but I looked in the note. There were no questions. But I think I have some, off the dome because producer in me just sparked.
Girl,
okay, girl.
Right.
Okay, so the first question is kind of a twofer. What inclined you to go down this journey? One, or have you always been on such a self-loving journey to where it wasn't like one instance that propelled this? You've just kind of always been like this.
Well, I'll go. I've always been this way. Like, I've always felt the need to be secure and love who I am and stuff. And I feel as though it's always been the same journey, but there's been different chapters to the journey because I've become different people over my life. So, like, in high school, that was one journey. College was one journey. Post-college has been another journey. And then also, this is the longest period I've been single, I think, ever in my life. So, so that's also another journey of like discovering Morgan, the young woman, what she loves and what she likes, and then how I'm gonna bring who I've become as a whole. Because relationship, guys, is not two halves come together. It's two 100% coming to make a full picture.
Another whole.
Yeah, 2 wholes, not 2 halves. So what whole do I want to bring into my next relationship? And because I feel like self-love, you can't really have a really healthy, successful relationship with someone else when you yourself cannot provide your own happiness. You don't know what you like, what you dislike. So I've really just taken this time, especially since I've been single for so long, to like figure out, okay, like, what does Morgan want? Like, specific, and not to bend or compromise. And then just figure me out, like, as a person, like, girl, you're amazing, but let's find out why, Yes,
let's unpack your amazingness.
Let's unpack, what is it about you? Like,
oh, everything awesome. Love that for me.
Okay, no. See, that's unrealistic.
I was joking.
I know. It was a joke. But also, that's another thing I want to say. Like, your self-love journey is not all positive. Like, you have some stuff that you don't even realize you've been holding for a lot. Oh, I will also really suggest like counseling and therapy to really help you in your journey, so you can like really connect those dots and like see what experiences you had earlier in life are still impacting you that you don't realize are impacting you, and it's shaping your behavior and how you interact with people. So yes, your self-love journey will not be peaches and roses, but it'll be great at the end.
It will. You'll feel wonderful after.
Yeah.
You'll feel wonderful.
Period.
I guess to answer my own question, I like how Morgan said that she's kind of always been on this journey, and I want to say yes as well, but I would say it wasn't intentional. I never really had issues with like being secure in myself or self-esteem growing up. I've always just been like,
whatevs.
I'm that bitch, period. Don't care what y'all say. Like, I don't know. I just, you know, some people you're just built that way. Like, you just, from either the way your parents instilled it into you or whatever, you really don't be caring what people got to say. So that's why I feel like it's always been in me, but it just wasn't an intentional thing. And I want to say it became intentional after graduating college. Like, I really honed in and wanted to focus on me and my behaviors and why certain things were happening and why certain patterns were always reoccurring, which made them patterns. But yeah, I would say this beautiful journey has been beautiful. This beautiful journey has been beautiful.
Yes.
It's definitely had some bumps in the roads.
Some
for sure. There's been some times where I just start crying out of nowhere. And I'm just like, why am I crying? And then I get it together, regroup, maybe watch a couple YouTube videos to clear my mind, come back and be like, okay, now let's think about it. What were you doing in that moment? Or what sparked? And then you realize, you think, I'm crying for no reason. Then you realize, no, there was a reason. Deep down, there was a reason. You weren't ready for it in that moment. Sometimes it may take a couple of days. You don't want to fight them demons right now. But you're going to come back to it because you're going to keep crying. And it wants to keep crying. So,
yeah. Sometimes people really be thinking like, oh, I'm over this. I'm healed. Blah, 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 girl. Give it about 3 months.
Baby. No. Probably not.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Because people don't deal with stuff all the way. They like to feel better. They don't like to fix it.
Yes, exactly. And that you can feel better in like a month. Like, kind of like what Megan said when I saw clips of her on her Instagram Live. She said she realized that she wasn't really over her mother's passing. And she was just surrounding herself around people that made her feel good, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people do that. Like, you just, like Morgan said, you just want to feel better. So you're like, oh, get this away from me. So get thee behind me, Apollo. And you're just like, okay.
You mix some stuff
Go away
up.
from me.
Wait for me.
You're right. Go away from me with this, Apollo.
Get thee behind me.
Girl, she's trying to go like religious. Then she want to go to housewives. Like, which one is it?
Get thee behind me, Apollo.
Couldn't remember what she said. Couldn't remember. And it was already come out of my mouth. So I had to hurry to say it. But yes, you want these things behind you without actually healing. So don't do that, guys. Go to therapy.
Okay, so I'll say for me, it's kind of like it wasn't always intentional. You know, I always thought I was fine. I always thought I was the best person on earth. I always thought that everything I do is right. I mean, I still kind of think that way. But
she needs some more unpacking.
She has a lot of work to do, guys. So don't mind her.
Listen, I am very rarely the problem. I may react, but I am very rarely the problem. So
that's a sign of somebody in denial. I just want you to know.
Okay, well, how about I say this?
Narcissistic
it's giving me very much. It's not realistic.
You smell that?
Very much. I'm the therapist because, girl, what?
I already know I am self-absorbed. I don't think that's ever gonna go away. But you stop interrupting me, please. Please. Can I go?
The floor is yours, Apollo.
So what I was saying is, it was just always like that. I never really intentionally set out on a journey to be like, well, how can I better myself? Until I would probably say my last semester of senior year. Listen, I'm not gonna say I didn't have any friends because that's not true. I had people I could hang out with, but I was alone by choice every day, all day, because I was ready to get up out of there. I was like, you don't understand how ready I was to get up out of the University of Georgia. I was like, Athens has nothing left for me. And so it started out by, I was like just clearing my head every day, being in a more positive space by really exercising. That was when I started like exercising every day. No, not every day. Stop lying. Most
For
days.
fun?
Huh?
For fun?
Yes. Because I didn't even start out to lose weight or anything. I just was like, oh, well, there's no homework. I didn't have a laptop. I was like, there's no homework, no computer. Oh, well, let's go outside. No, not outside. But I went to like, I would go like my apartment gym or something. And then, but I was still like, I still had negative relationships with men. So I was like working on myself, but not really, because I don't think I took it as working on myself. Mm-hmm. So then from senior year of college to last year, I was just doing that, just meditating, just being more positive in life. Listen, I love meditating is the best thing.
It's amazing.
That has ever happened to me. I don't be sitting like this. I don't be sitting like this, but
crisscross applesauce.
Right. Okay, yes, I do sit crisscross applesauce, and I have a mirror like right here next to me, and I sit after I take my shower and stuff. I sit on the floor. I just be crisscross applesauce with my eyes closed. Then I meditate, and then I write in my journal, and then it's bedtime. So that's why this whole thing is ruining my time. So,
caller.
So last year, that's when I was like, okay, I have these relationships in my life that are not benefiting me. And I actually went to like see what issues and what traumas I have in my life that I needed to fix or that I needed to handle. And I think I'm doing pretty well.
Good. That's good. Proud of you. Claps for everyone. Snaps for everyone. Woohoo. So actually what Jametra, her last point, it kind of relates to my second question. So seems like it was like a consensus that we all said there's kind of certain situations in our lives that we were like, or certain time periods in our lives we were like, I need a little check, a little roadmap, check myself. If you're open to it, would anyone like to discuss what exactly was either happening during that time of your life, or is there a specific example that you would like to speak about that kind of brought you to the point that you are now?
Sure. Okay, you go first. Yeah.
I think the first time I went on like an extensive we need to Morgan, who are you? What do you like? What do you love about yourself? Blah blah blah. Was like right before I got to college, because I was realizing okay, I'm about to enter unfamiliar territory, and I'm about to meet a whole bunch of people. And before I do that, I need to be centered and know who I am, what I want. And I've always been a very strong-willed person. I'm not easily persuaded, but I just wanted to make sure that I reinforced who is Morgan to Morgan and what I wanted to surround myself with. And so I just think it was really important during that time. What?
That is very mature of a 17.
That is. I was thinking because I was
not thinking about none of that.
That was really good. I was like, college, I'm ready to go.
Literally, I was like, who? What day my mama dropping me off? I always tell this story. The day my mama dropped me off, my mama got in her car, and me and my roommate changed our clothes into some hot ass shorts and crop tops and went to a party. Not minutes after my mom left. I don't know.
Oh.
Minutes.
Okay.
I
don't know.
I was not thinking about none of that.
No, I wasn't thinking about that either.
I really, honestly, I feel like I've always been this way. Like, I don't know. Like, I think
that was good though.
I think a lot of my maturity comes from the fact that I was like the baby of the family, and I didn't grow up with like kids like that. Besides school, like, it was just me. So you have a lot of time to like figure things out, or when you're around adults, it's like, oh, like, okay, this is how grown-ups do things. So I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why I've always been like, I don't know, mature, I guess. So that was like the first time I did like a real inventory of like, okay, what do we want this journey to be like? Who do we want to surround ourselves with? This is me to me, by the way. And that was that. And then I think the second time was definitely my college graduation, but mostly because my senior year was just like so tumultuous, traumatic, everything. And I had also went to therapy in my senior year, and although I started therapy for like a specific reason, like I started therapy just to like help myself with I had PTSD at the time and anxiety disorder. And so that was the main reasons why I went, but it literally helped me in all aspects of my life. So when I graduated college, I was just like so grateful. Listen, guys, so grateful to God that that I graduated on time. Cause listen, the way things was looking, sis, I was gonna be like a good summer, December 2018. That's what I thought. But I was just like, okay, like, I'm here. Senior year is over. My relationship that I thought was like the end all be all is over. So we need to come back and do another checkpoint, because now you're about to enter another huge journey, unfamiliar territory. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? That whole thing. So I feel like that was like another huge, I think that was my biggest self-love, figuring Morgan out. What do I want? And all that, because I had all of the tools from therapy and I was embarking on a new journey. And so here we are.
That's good.
And so for me, so the first time since I said my first time was like intentionally isolating myself, was last semester of senior year. It was because the people who I was friends with, I don't want to say, I'm trying to see how a nice way to say it. It's just like every time I was
nice.
It just was like every time I was with them, somebody had an issue. Not that we had issues with each other. It was just some in their life, they had some kind
of
drama.
Their energy brought you down.
Yeah, and
negative energy.
Listen, I do not deal well with drama. I can't have drama in my. I don't want drama in my life. I don't need it. I don't want to. And quite frankly, I don't want to listen to other people's drama. I know that may make me a bad friend, but
it doesn't.
I'd be like, especially when people are going on and on about something that they could have resolved. Like, it didn't have to be that way. It was something they brought on themselves. I'm like, I have no words for you. So that was when I intentionally did it. That was that situation. And then last year, I wasn't in a relationship, but pretty much, and I shouldn't have been. All the time, everything was bad. Everything about it was bad. There was, I mean, he wasn't my boyfriend, but close enough. But it was all bad. And it was just one time we had hung out, and then I went home and I was like, what the hell?
What am I doing?
That's literally exactly what happened. I got home and I was like, so much fun. Oh my God. I just had so much fun in my life. And then I was like, what the hell are you doing? Why would you do that? And then I immediately cut it off. Like, I was like, wow.
You got, sometimes just being real with yourself, like, girl, this is not it.
This
like,
is not it. Why are you doing this?
No, but I don't think that you are a bad, like, I don't think being a bad friend is not wanting negative energy around you. So I don't feel like you should ever feel bad about that, because people that are in your life, I mean, everything's not always going to be positive and peaches and roses, but if every time you with somebody,
I talk to you,
like me and Tasia, we had this friend freshman year, and every single day she would come, like, my dorm I had a roommate, but like our dorm was like, I don't know, it was like the hub. Like everybody was always in there. And she would come in every morning with issues. It's like 9:00 on the dot. Here she come. Like, girl, what is it today? Like I would never.
I'm gonna say her name.
Kick us out of our own room because she had to study. Sis, listen. Now it's getting out. And I don't feel bad for cutting you off at this point because we don't want
like, huh? How you gonna be? Okay,
and
girl.
Also, as Jametra said, she was bringing her own problems on.
She was. She was doing a lot.
She had a lot going on.
Quote unquote BFFs to.
Did you know he got a baby? He engaged now.
Girl, I know you like.
Yes.
Are you him or the twin? Because you know they look exactly.
Him.
That's wild.
See, no, that's also I can't take friends who have a lot of male drama, like boyfriend drama.
Oh yeah, because she had a boyfriend. She was one of those like she came into college with a boyfriend and they've been together for a while, but she really don't know what she want. So he
was kind of dogging her out, and
so they was dogging each other out. So
I cannot handle boyfriend drama because I was like, why y'all just don't break up? Like that literally
that's not the answer for everything.
Even when y'all be going, I was there for the 2 days. I was just like, I just don't see why y'all doing all of this. Why y'all just don't break up? This can't be fun. This is not fun. It's not fun for me. So I know it's not fun. I think you have to
find the balance because you have admitted in previous episodes that you're the type of person to just walk away from a situation whenever it gets hard. That's not healthy. But it's also not healthy to like, be in tumultuous relationships either. So it's like finding that happy medium because you can't run at the first sign of like, oh, there might potentially be a problem. Like Jametra be like, locked.
No. It's not might potentially be a problem. It's when this is so obvious that this is a problem for you. Why are we trying to make it work?
I feel like the problem sometimes
I feel like sometimes the problems are little problems.
And you make it bigger than what it's
like. Bye.
Before you
she's like, this is a problem, so peace.
Before you try to like figure it out with the person, like you're just like.
But I also was 19. Why do I have to have concessions in my life?
I mean, right now.
But I feel like that's important. I feel like even as a 19-year-old, that's still important because who wants to be just figuring these things out when they're like 25, 30 years old?
Yeah, my last relationship taught me
pains.
A lot.
That
I needed to
learn something. I can learn this from a relationship and still be like, all right, we out of here.
Well, no, I do agree. I'm just saying, because when you're like, I was 19, I could just leave. But it's like you learn, like there's a lot of things that just happen in these relationships that if I would have just on the first side of like, oh my gosh, if I would have just left, I would definitely be a totally different person.
Yeah.
But is that bad?
Well,
I think so in a way.
The lessons kind of, for me in my last relationship, like it taught me actually a lot about myself. Like I learned more about me in that period of time than like any other period of time in my life. Like just who I am and how I am to other people and like
I learned how to treat men.
Yeah. So without that relationship, like
I don't really care about men.
Oh, we know. Anyway.
Okay, no. I'm not gonna say that. Wait, I'm not gonna say now I don't care about men. I was saying then I realized, reflecting on my my actions, I realized.
Was that yesterday?
No, this is a while ago. Like I noticed that.
Like 2 months ago?
No, this is when I originally started the whole journey.
She's trying.
She's not even catching it.
No, I catch it, but I'm ignoring it. Because she can't talk.
Right, Jametra, you have work. You need like a construction site. Like we need to get Bob the Builder out there because
get a hammer in.
Yeah, like these, even though they're failed relationships, like they taught, because I feel like me and Tasia were both in long-term relationships during a time in our life where there was like a lot of growth and discovery. Because we were both in college and like figuring things out and ourselves out. So the lessons we learned we could use like going forward, like high school relationships. I feel like
nobody talk about that.
Don't really teach you much, but during the point that we were in relationships, like that was a age of discovery. So I feel like everything I learned in that relationship, I'm gonna apply when I'm in my next relationship, and hopefully, you know, that leads to marriage. But I'm gonna use all those lessons in my marriage, like, and I wouldn't have them without this past relationship.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna be an amazing wife, guys.
Agree.
I kid you not.
I'm not about to play with her. I'm not about to play with her today. Not her gonna be. I'm gonna be an amazing wife. Weak.
I'm not gonna be big, but you know.
Okay. So my answer, I would say, when I was like, okay, I'm gonna intentionally, go on this journey. It was right after I graduated college. I was living in Virginia with my mom and brother, and by this time, I'd already had 2 jobs, 2 post-grad jobs, and they weren't like my permanent jobs. They were only temp jobs. But as you can see, I had 2, so that means they did work out. And I'm in a totally different role from that last one, so they did not work out. And I was just like, what is going on? I mean, the first one, I was glad that one didn't work out because I, quite frankly, hated that. Second one, I was getting into the groove of things. It was kind of boring and mundane, but I was like, good experience. It's a marketing role. I can get some experience. Let me just use these people for their tools, put this on my resume, bada boom, bada bam, But then after that was done, I was like, what? And like, I would say, as a person, it's like, I haven't really, in my life, I haven't had like a rough life to where I'm always faced with adversity or something like that. So for two times for something like that to happen, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, first of all, I've never had this happen before. Like, what is going on here? I'm not understanding. Like, I go in there, do my job, I sit there, I don't really be talking to people. Like, I'm like trying to figure out, like, okay, what is it that I'm not doing correct? Something like, I had to talk to my mom. She's like, maybe it's your attitude. And I'm like, I didn't want to hear it. I was like, girl, whatever. I don't know what you mean by what's my attitude. I go in there and I do my job. That's my attitude, is I go in there and I do my job. Like, I'm not understanding what you mean. So after that, I didn't have a job. And I was just like, this is trash. And I was like, I need to just do some self-discovery, get my mind right, and be intentional with the things that I want. And I really was just going on this path of just being in general, more intentional person. And I was journaling all the time. I was reflecting a lot, all this stuff. And then the job that I have now, I wouldn't say it fell into my lap, but the way that I found out about it was just so like, oh yeah, I saw this article. That is, looked it up. I was like, cool.
To one particular state or whatever, but then I saw it had multiple openings. I was like, oh, cool. But yeah, so just doing, like, I guess I
keep getting notifications.
But yeah, so it basically was just like a on the fly thing. Saw someone talking about this article. I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's interesting. What is that about? Looked it up. It's like, oh, I could see that. Applied. And whoa, little did I know, got the job. But yeah, it was
how
really
long was that process for you?
That process, like, overall?
From like, because I know some people have stories of like they apply to a job but they don't hear back for like months and like that whole thing.
Okay, so I would say I applied for the job, maybe like April, May, and I think I had the first interview in like June.
Okay.
And then I knew in July, but they were like taking forever. They were like the start date is July 20 something, and July 1st I didn't know if I got it or not. July 14th I didn't know if I got it or not. I'm just like emailing them, and they're like,
you were in Virginia?
Yes, they did. And I was just like, hey guys, so like, what's the hold up? And they're like, oh yeah, we're just waiting. We're gonna blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, so literally like a week before I moved was when I got the official letter. Oh, they want you. And I was just like,
I have 0 minutes, 0 days, 0 hours to find an apartment, to figure out what I'm gonna do, blah blah blah.
Get my furniture, move all the way from Virginia to Dallas, Texas. Like that ain't no. That's a like that's a big jump.
That's
So yeah, but that was my thing, my one little thing. And I guess also prior to, it was like the reason why I said it was like so many like failures back to back. It was like at this time, I think I guess I was dating. I was like on Bumble and Hinge and all of that kind of stuff. Was it successful? Not really. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, this is real lame. Like they said that you go get on these dating apps and things are gonna be great, and this is real. These niggas is trash.
It's false advertising.
This is false.
Fake
I'm
news.
suing. I was like, what is going on? And it kind of, the patterns I was noticing that I was kind of getting into the same relationships with men. Like somebody would do something, I'd be mad about it. I'd cuss them out, be like, I'm done talking to you. Then a couple months later, oh, we're back talking. We're cool. We're friends, blah, blah, blah. And then they do something else. And I'm like, oh, that nigga, da, 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 da. And then the cycle would just continue to repeat itself. And I'm just like, hold on. Wait one doggone minute. This is too much. This is becoming taxing. I'm aging myself. And I need to not.
Okay, girl.
That's a lot to deal with, like the same thing over and over.
Dealing with toxicity is like
it ages
cigarettes.
Exactly, it ages you drastically. So I was like, no, this ain't gonna work, and I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna be intentional with everything that I do, and I'm gonna intentionally not date these niggas because they are intentionally trash as hell. So I'm gonna be intentionally trash back. Exactly. But yeah, that was really it.
I'm glad that you are where you are, sister. I think God moved right when he was supposed to move for you.
Right. So I think the last thing we should probably say is like what we hope to happen in the future.
Oh, perfect. That was my last question.
Wow. Like as far as like just what we want, or
what you want out of yourself, not necessarily
okay,
out of the world.
I'll go first. I mean, I
was
waiting. What I want out of myself, honestly, is to always stay close to God, no matter what happens. Become a devoted wife in a healthy, happy, blessed, and favored marriage. To be a really good mom someday. No. Because I said wife. Anyway, I also just want to change the world in my own little ways. And be a successful business owner. Successful everything, really. That's my goal. That's my plan. And my biggest expectation of myself is to just carry out God's purpose for me. And that's just on period. Come on, simultaneous. They said
all right. So for me, I think mine is more of a short term. No, I guess it could be long term because I want to be able to open up and have just more friends in general. I am fucking lonely. Okay. I do everything. I am lonely. I do everything by myself, with myself, in myself right now. I don't have friends like that.
It's harder to get friends. Like this period of life. We're not in college.
Yeah.
If you don't meet friends at work, it's kind of just like, well.
I mean, and I'm cool with my coworkers, but I can't say that we just gonna be going out together doing.
Yeah, because it's like
stuff together. Yeah.
So I get it. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I just want to have a more full life of people just doing stuff, not just my mama.
Have you prayed for that?
No.
Maybe you should try that.
Pray, meditate, write in your journal. All about that.
I have friends.
Nothing's too small to ask God for.
We'll see, honey. But
Girl,
that's
she gonna say we'll
She don't
see
really want
to the person
friends.
that could really, really make some changes for her. But she gonna say we'll see. Okay, girl.
I do want friends just in general, but I don't know.
It could be a
I don't know.
simple, God, can you please send people in my life that are for, that they can either be here for, people come in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime,
And see, I have seasonal friends. Like I have people.
Yeah,
I
it's
like,
like,
God,
God,
I
can
don't
you
want
send
seasonal
people in my
friends.
life that will help me, that will encourage me, that will be uplifting, that will bring positive energy. That's all you gotta say. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Just throw that into your daily prayer. If you, I don't know, however frequently you pray, just throw that in there, and boom, and mean it. And that's it.
Boom. Boom. Just like that. You got friends. They start texting you. You got friends. Next, you're having friend dates on FaceTime because coronavirus. You got friends.
Coronavirus.
Boom. I would say for me, it's just to continue to grow and build myself to be the woman that I know I was made to be. And just, one of my goals is to, I guess I want to be a role model, but like a hands-on role model for boys and girls that look like me. I don't want to do the whole everybody. I love everybody. No, Black girls and boys only. That's what I want to cater to.
Sorry. You Anglo-Saxon, stop at the door. Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. Because I feel like if you're white, you already have an advantage, period. So I would like to give back to people that look like me. And when I say look like me, I mean they are Black, not brown.
Biggity black.
They are Black
not
people.
POC.
Exactly.
Black.
No, we are doing Black with a capital B.
Y'all are racist.
And I just feel like the only way I can get there is as I continue to build and work on myself to be the best person that someone would actually want to look up to and follow in their footsteps, whether I'm like a CEO or something, or I'm just doing what I'm doing now, anything. But yeah, just continuing to always have these checks with myself. I don't want it to just stop here. I want to continuously have these checks and create these habits to where I'm always doing these things to just, reel myself in like, girl, you need a quick little tune-up because you getting real crazy, getting real rowdy rich up in here. We need you to not. So, yeah. That's what I aspire.
Well, mine's not seem shallow.
For all of us.
No, it doesn't. I don't think that's shallow.
Yeah, like
I guess my short-term one is
the person that I always wanted to be, and I want to be a wife and a mother. And okay, girl, I don't want to be nobody mama right now.
But let's be. I started with making sure I'm always close to God, and I ended with always making sure I'm in His will. So the most important things I started and ended with. Don't try it. Thank you.
No. I wasn't saying anything about you. I was talking about me. I was like, dang. I ain't talking about my greater purpose.
Y'all couldn't see how she was trying me, but she was trying me. She was trying me in the chat. But it's fine.
No, that was actually me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was like, that wasn't me. I was like,
I'm sure you was a kiki kid.
Because it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't know. I feel like I'm already working towards my purpose, and I can't really. What I want to do can't really be like, girl, it's gonna take 5 years. I already know.
Yeah. So I guess my shallow thing is to be in a healthy relationship.
To be a certain person on the journey to what it is. Like everything doesn't have to be so cut and dry, Jametra.
Doesn't.
Some
things are gray,
and that's a lot coming from me because like I'm a very black and white 0 or 100 type person, and I'm getting out of that. So like everything doesn't have to be. That's it, Like I'm really working on that because I really I did not believe in a gray area for nothing. Okay,
she did not.
It's either you like me or you don't. We're doing this or we're not. We're talking or we're not. You're gonna listen or you're not. Like there's no.
Morgan, Yes. Yes.
Next
Cosign.
caller.
But yes, I guess that will conclude today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to rate wherever you are listening in Spotify. I guess, well, actually on Spotify you can't rate, so just subscribe so you're always notified when we drop a pod. And if you're on Apple, make sure you rate and review us because we love those kind of things. And also to keep up with everything going on with the gang, going on with the gals, gang, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Not That Complicated Pod. And if you're feeling jazzy, you can follow me as well at Seauxtejah, SEAUXTEJAH.
Right, and my Instagram is 2_ Jametra, Jametra.
And all of my social media handles, it's Moashco, Moashco, for a little, it's on the necklace. If you want a little razzle dazzle, I'm on a hiatus right now, but I'll be back. So if you want a little pizzazz in your life, you should follow me.
She's back and she's better. Okay, period. All right, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.